At Locomotion, we want to do the fundamentals perfectly. So one of our most important fundamental movements is the air squat. And this is just a quick review. So we want to start with our feet. We want our feet to be about shoulder width or just outside shoulder width apart. Our toes are pointed mostly forward, right? We want to think about trying to engage the floor with our toes. So imagine like I've got gorilla feet and I'm grabbing onto the floor with those toes so that I can introduce some torsion or torque. So by grabbing onto the floor with my toes, and pay attention to my knees here, I can then screw my feet into the ground. So here I'm engaged, here I'm relaxed. So we're going to engage that floor or screw into the ground. Next up is I want to make sure that my ribs are tucked down and my belly is squeezed nice and tight. Imagine someone's going to come and whack you in the belly and you're flexed to stop it from hurting. Shoulders are back with a nice big chest. So screwed in, backside tight, belly tight, shoulders back. Then we're going to start to move. Our first moving step is I want you to imagine reaching your hips through the wall behind you. And I'm just going to turn so we can see. I take my hips and I reach them through the wall behind me. I want to think about keeping that upper chest up as I do this. So I always tell people, imagine like you just went grocery shopping and you have to shut your car door. From there, I'm going to push my knees apart from one another as I drop down, trying to get the crease of my hip lower than my knee. And I'm actively pushing out so that I can, again, create that torque or that torsion through my hip and make sure that my knee stays in a good position. On the way up, I want you to imagine like you're a marionette puppet and there's a string that attaches right here to the small of your lower back. And someone's pulling that string up to the sky. So I come down into the bottom of my squat, someone's pulling that string up, and I finish by squeezing my backside, tucking my ribs down. It's really important that we imagine lifting our backside instead of pushing into the ground. So one more time, shoulders back, shoulder width, screwed into the floor, belly tight. I reach those hips back. As I drop down into the bottom of my squat, I drive my hips up like in a marionette puppet and finish in the same place I started. So remember, doing the basics extremely well.